we've got a new mood. She is angry and embarrassed. Oh, angry and ashamed. Bob Crimson's just like, la 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 la, I don't know what's happening. Ah! Oh, everyone's standing inside everyone else. I don't like it.
Hello from the void, it's Rose, aka the merriest Christmas elf at this time of year. Welcome back to my blog and to my Not So Berry challenge. I'd hoped to get this up earlier in the week, but unfortunately I have had the glitchiest time. So I found that I had an out-of-date personality mod, which basically caused a series of errors every time I sent Carmine to one of her university classes, which led to her failing every single course. And a bunch of other issues, including massive lag and all sorts of things were going on. So I ended up having to completely replay the entire first semester of university, which was not ideal. And then I actually had some job interviews. So anyway, basically lots of reasons why this is late, but we are kicking off with Carmine heading off to uni. Let's get to it.
The letter has arrived. We are heading off. So we're going to go to University of Britechester because just the more traditional uni vibe, but also because I think the degree I need, which is advanced degree in history to try and get her a bit ahead in politics, is only available at Britechester. So we're going to go there. I want her to have like a fairly full class size. We're going to do 3 classes, no elective. Do want it to be a bit challenging. After all, we are working towards making her a workaholic later in life. I was looking to see if there was like a charisma elective, but I think we might already be too advanced. And we want to live in university housing. I've put a few like red things in Drake Hall, which is a nice big one where we'll have lots of roommates. Oh, and we got a scholarship for merit. Don't know what kind of merit, we only had a B in school. But it is finally time for our little heiress to like take some of the family funds and head off on her own. Give her some spending money for her first semester. I think we gave Crimson more than that, so we'll give her 4. Okay. And there she is, happy, her first day at uni with a little spot on her nose. She is giddily anticipating, hating being there because she's an introvert. I might need to change her personality type. Oh, it's the first of our yellow Sims. I cannot adequately express to you how much admin it took to get everyone moved into the correct place. This is Genesis Newbury, made for me by Blake, who goes by Burnt Cookies on a Discord server I'm in. I love having other Simmers make Sims for my game because it makes the genetics so much more interesting. Like, we all, whether we realise it or not, have a certain style of face that we always do. So while I don't know who is going to parent Carmine's child, I would like to have options. Oh, and she is asleep again. So I've had a really glitchy time, as I mentioned earlier, and basically I lost an entire day. A lot of sleeping in places she shouldn't be sleeping, eating lobster thermidors, and not doing a very good job of doing either our homework or getting to class on time. We're picking up again on Wednesday evening, and we are out with 2 other little yellow friends. So this guy on the right is Flax, who was made for me by Romy. She's Sweetly Sims on Tumblr. I'm going to link all of these blogs below so you can go follow them. And then sitting down with the cool hair and the baggy pants, we have Oriel Charterhouse, who was made for me by 50 Mile High Club, again from Tumblr. So the reason we are introducing so many new Sims is we are pursuing the serial romantic aspiration, and I have to, for this next level, have like a significant romantic connection to 3 separate Sims and kiss 10 Sims, and we're doing some mischief and trying to go flirt. Oh no, we're going to sleep, fine. So I thought this might be as good a moment as any to finally remember to go back and recap the Rose generational goals. They are, you had everything you desired as a child, but you were always longing for more, like maybe some parental affection. As an adult, you have a hard time committing to relationships as you're so focused on your career. If we had a workaholic trait in The Sims 4, you would have it. We're not there yet. You have absolutely no maternal instincts whatsoever, but you still love your child with all your heart. So she has the correct traits at this point, she has the right aspiration, and we're working on getting her into the political career, at which point she's going to have like more of a work focus. So the rules are she can only have 1 child. I don't actually want to plan that kid so much. There's a few moments at which it would be appropriate, so I'm going to just like let her have it with whoever she's with at the time. Master the politician career and complete the serial romantic aspiration. So we're kind of focusing on that at uni because uni is a good time for experimenting, and yeah. Master the charisma skill, we're making good progress there. Leave someone at the altar, we'll deal with that later, and get married for the first time as an elder. So all of that's a little way off just yet. But so at the moment, my priority is getting her through as many romances as possible, and where better than at uni with some of these beautiful Sims made for me by other Simmers. A wild last exception appears, and a naked marigold. She took my complimenting other Simmers' Sims too seriously. Morgan, make your Sims put clothes on, please. But we can hardly talk. Later that night, Carmine decided to do some bathroom flirting. She just brought a rose with her, single stem, obviously. Classy, because who doesn't love just flirting in the loo? But she did not make it far before face planting in the communal bathroom. hot. Next morning, she is still not rested at all. I've got to mention Marigold is also here. She's actually Carmine's roommate, but they're just friends, and that is how I want things to stay. Carmine is most into Flax. Of the yellows that I've put down, they had like a very easy, natural romance. But Genesis kind of hates her, which I'm very into. I like the idea that Genesis, who is like this very like free love, whatever, is like, Carmine's come to uni and straight away started hooking up with this like very adorable but like very hetero standard cute guy, and Genesis is just like, you're basic. And Carmine is, let's be real, she's had like a very sheltered upbringing. Like, yes, she's had like drama, but she very much brought that on herself, and now she's at uni and she's got all these cuties around her and she is just like jumping straight into something. And I feel like Carmine's like, no, I'm not, I'm just, you know, I'm just flirting with everyone. I'm flirting with you. And Genesis is like, babe, you are not flirting with me. Although Oriel does seem to be slightly perturbed by our flirting with Flax, we're going to go chat with him over some chess, see if we can't bump that relationship up. And they're both cheating horribly. Guys, seriously, what's going on? But I feel like he would be telling her, like, girl, you do not understand the basics of casual dating. Flax is not the kind of guy you can date casually. If you want to come to uni and date around, that's fine, but you date people like me and Genesis. You don't date people like Flax. He's going to write a song about you and play it at an open mic night. He is not going to show you the way around your own body and, you know, ruin your life. I mean, just look at him. Look at his cute little face. He is truly adorable. Romy makes the cutest Sims. I love that Genesis is just, like, humiliated by their entire interaction. She's just like, oh, you guys, it's just so obvious. Really? But Carmine, being Carmine, isn't going to listen. She is actually going to be like, well, I can get wild, and I figured it was about time that we got her to do her very first woohoo, and given how much she likes Flax, like, Genesis is like, no, guys, that's not what I meant, but they are off to it. Oh, I've just noticed, like, Crimson's come to visit, and Carmine's just like, yeah, sorry, I've got stuff to do, someone to do in the communal bathroom that I've face planted in earlier, and Crimson's just like, la 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 la, I don't know what's happening. Carmine has this really creepy habit of coming into Genesis's room to do her homework. She has like perfectly good desks in her bedroom and there's so many communal ones. Oh, we've got a new mood. She is angry and embarrassed. Oh, angry and ashamed. But we are levelling up our charisma, so, you know, growth. Time for a bit more morning chess. I was reliably informed that you need to develop skills in order to pass your degree or not fail it horribly, so I'm making Marigold play chess with us while she's stinky. Also, Carmine would definitely want to complain to a neutral party. Oh, you never seem to be in such complicated romantic situations as me. How do you do it? And Marigold's like, babe, I don't date people because I don't feel that way about people. Also, you are a wreck and you make poor choices. But nicely. She'd say it nicely. I truly think the one thing that might be keeping us going at this point is the fact that someone keeps making lobster thermidors, and so we're eating incredibly well. But Sims University, and I'd forgotten this from the last time and only time I've played it before, is so hard. Like, she's constantly just trying to go to sleep. She's almost always smelly. There's so much homework. It takes so long to get back and forth from classes. Like, don't get me wrong, it took me a long time to get back and forth from classes, but it didn't take me like 4 hours to go for a wee, which sometimes does take a sim. So I'm just taking any moment that she's not in a terrible mood as a win. And off we go to class. I don't think I'll ever get used to how they just like phase in and out of the buildings. Imagine if you could go upstairs like that. Marigold, we're not following you, we're just going to the same place. Probably. Kinda. Oh look, it's Oriel. Must have the same class or just in the same building, who knows. I don't even know what anyone's major is, but we'll take the opportunity to do a little bit of chit-chatting, try and build up that romantic relationship by telling him about cakes whilst Marigold just like pretend she's doing her homework behind. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. I mean, to be fair, there is nothing to see here. She just slapped him on the face. So why don't you go to class and, you know, stay out of trouble? I've been informed if you use the take notes thing, you do better. Ah! Oh, we got the good thing, but what's... Oh, everyone's standing inside everyone else. I don't like it. But that's the first time in this entire trip to uni we've got the not, like, made zero effort in class notification, but the okay one. Back at the halls, Genesis is like, it's Friday night, do you know what that means? And Carmine's like, party night. I feel like Genesis would challenge her to not be coupley at the party, just be like, Have fun at the party. Don't like tie yourself to anyone. Don't take anything too seriously. Just like have fun. I bet you can't even do that. And let's see, who should we invite to the party? I think everyone except Daisy and Blake. Definitely not them. We should invite Crimson, and we should invite, we're going to do a keg party, your daughter, and we put ourselves a nice dragon fruit keg. Do the keg thing. Oh my god, I did not know that could happen. I've never had that happen before. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if I've ever had a keg party before, but like exploding in your face. Oh, okay, judgy. He's like, oh, kegs are lame. Well, do you know what else is lame? You are, and we're not hanging out with you tonight. Well, we are, but we're hanging out with you in equal parts to other people we might want to build a relationship with. Thank you very much. Having finally managed to pour some drinks, now the time has come to attempt a keg stand with our least good influence of a friend, young Genesis, and that went well. Fortunately, she thinks it's hilarious, and Aureal's come over to have a look, see how we're doing. Flax is nowhere to be seen, which is fair enough. He wasn't into the drinking, but I do just want to take the opportunity to let Carmine play the field a bit. I feel like she jumped straight into something quite serious as a teenager and then obviously made a right mess of it. But it's completely normal for people to be non-monogamous. She just needs to figure out a way to do this so that we can do the serial romantic in a way that's not insanely harmful, but being Flore's daughter, I'm not sure how well that's going to go. I do like how Genesis just spends quite a lot of time cuddling trash. And Aureal is naked, and we're just dancing to it. Marigold is just like, what is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? Although you did go to class naked earlier, so you can't really talk, but yeah, just, she's drunk, dancing. Let's go talk to your brother, that seems fairly safe. Although your mum did hit on him one time. I don't think I actually showed that because I was way too disturbed, but at one point Flore did hit on Carmine. That can't be right. We just gained 2 charisma levels in like a second. Something is very, very glitched. I don't know if it's university, I don't know if it's just my game generally, but I might have to take one of those away because I don't think she should back to back have gained 2. Remind me to do that. And let's go to bed. The next morning, I made her actually write a term paper because I realised I hadn't really done anything towards getting her to pass her degree, and although I won't make her rewrite it because that feels very out of character, it is now done. And as it's the big summer blowout, let us plan a little outing. But before we do that, I actually want to give her a new look. I feel like now she's at uni, like her hot weather look especially is quite childish. So I wanted to update her, something a little bit sexier, something a little bit like more free-spirited and less like I'm a teenager. So I got this new dress, which I think is super cute, and I got a few new hairs to try on her. Quite like the idea of her having like a little hanky or a headband or something. I would definitely want to keep her curly. That's not really curly enough. What else have I got? Oh yeah, that one is adorable. And also it looks a bit more different from Genesis's hair because I can't, not like getting them confused because obviously the colour's very different, but yeah, just the same style. Of course, it was then raining in Solani, so I didn't get to wear my cute new outfit, just the new top I swapped into. And they all, apparently no one's mum ever told them about going for a wee before you leave, because everyone got here desperate for a wee straight away. So Carmine is just going to sit and have a chat with whoever. Flax is like coming over, he's walking away. He's coming back. He's walking away. Okay, babe, like what's going on? Okay, he's going over to dance. Like, I don't know if he's cross with us. I mean, our romantic relationship with him has taken a hit, so I don't know if he's jealous or something. Like, I don't really know how the jealousy system works in Sims 4, and I really think I probably need to get on top of that if I'm going to have a hope in hell of completing this generation. Apparently, our favourite drink is a flaming zesty soul, which is a very... I mean, just look at that. That's definitely going to have to be the thumbnail. Look at it. She looks so evil with her flaming drink and all her lovers in the background. Marigold just keeps slapping a lot of people. I think she must have like picked up some mischief skill. And Carmine's target of the night is going to be Aureal, because why not? Pick a one, pick an anyone. And I've just noticed that our serious relationship with Flax has vanished, so we're now back at 0 out of 3 relationships we need. Genesis catching a kit, but at least we're not the only people who sleep in inappropriate places. Oh, okay, so every time we do a romantic interaction with Aureal, it looks like we're losing romance with Flax. I don't know if it's because you can't date 2 people at once, I really bloody hope you can, or is it because I brought them both with me like an absolute noob. I mean, some things I can blame on Carmine and her chaos, and some things that, okay, that's definitely glitched. Some things are 100% my fault, which is that I haven't been playing Sims 4 well enough to know how these things work. So let's stop flirting and go do some dancing. See if we can at least salvage some friendship from the evening. And our dad is here. Cool, cool, cool. Having our dad in the party. Oh, and Flore is here too. Great. Thought it felt a little bit cursed in here this evening. Yeah, having your parents be in the party animals does make bars just quite a dangerous place to go because they do have a habit of just turning up. Oh, this is loud. Oh, look at them. I do miss Flore. I never cared that much about Curtis, which just sounds mean, but I feel like finding anyone for Flore to date seriously was such a task that I was just glad when it was over. But I think all our dates have gone, so I guess we'll leave too and have a little sleep on the sofa. I'm just going to do like a final experiment to like double check that the romance is what I think. So if I flirt with Flax, yeah, Oriole is instantly pissed and we gain hearts with Flax, although apparently we hate him, and then we lose him with Oriole. So what I'm getting from that is that I need to be more strategic and I need to like send them off into private spaces. So I'm just going to send her to do her homework to keep her out of trouble. I don't think there's a way that she can flirtily do homework, right? Oriole just standing at the end of the corridor like, I saw what you did. And we gained a skill point in one of our degree subjects. Later that night, I had her creep into Flax's room. He actually has a private room, which I didn't set, but good for him, I guess. And it does mean that we can sneak in here while Oriole is sleeping and be like, hey, things were weird earlier. You seemed a bit wigged out when I flirted with that other guy. I don't feel like she's intentionally lying to Flax. I feel like it's more one of those situations that she's been like, I'm just not looking for anything serious. And he's like, me either, because they both just got to uni. But then in his head, just because it's not serious doesn't mean that they're seeing other people. Oh, she thinks he's really unattractive. And he thinks opposites. Oh God, this is destined for doom. I feel bad because I don't want all of her relationships to be terrible. Like, yeah, she's a bit chaotic, but this is not a good tactic. It never works. But at the same time, she's definitely still feeling things out and they're being safe. So I guess we'll just keep trucking on and learn from our mistakes, hopefully, and hopefully get to sleep in our bed rather than passing out on the floor. And we can sort all this out tomorrow whilst prepping for our finals. I finally remembered that she should study, and so I sent her to the Commons because vibes, and you know, it's nice to see her in front of a bookcase. And while we were there, we also happened to spot this gentleman who apparently we know because he's our college professor who we perceive as very attractive. Now, I worked out last episode that kissing someone on the hands does count as like one of the 10 kisses. So what better reason to just like inappropriately peck your professor than to try and drive your grades up the day before finals and then scare the pants off him because you are your mother's daughter. So proud of you. Fortunately, he seemed to like that, but I don't actually think, like several of you suggested, that she might flirt with her professors. Flirting with her professors, I think, fine. Though I don't condone it in real life and definitely not when people are in high school, ill. But for the time being, at least, her professors are just like her teachers. Like, it might be fun to flirt with them, but I don't think she would be thinking of them in any sort of serious light. Because as far as she's concerned, college is all lobsters and flirtation and things are going well. We'll see what her grades say. And she is going to sleep on the sofa in the Commons. Why not end another episode with her sleeping somewhere she oughtn't? Silly old sausage.
The day that girl sleeps in her own bed is the day I'm retiring as a creator. I mean, I'm joking, but kind of not. But yeah, I mean, the second playthrough of uni definitely went much better than the first playthrough. I tried to replicate like all of the major events, and yeah, so nothing radically changed between the two. But hopefully this time round she's not going to fail all of her courses. I don't actually know how she did yet. I haven't got that far, so we'll see. But I kind of have two different ways I'll play out the second semester depending on how it goes. So let's wait and see. I'd be interested to know if you've made it to this point. Do you have like someone of the yellows that you think she's good with, or someone you think she's really not good with? Because yeah, that can also factor into the second semester. And yeah, I am now going to go in right now and play the next chunk of time. So I will see you hopefully for Christmas. Thank you so much for watching. As ever, if you've enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up or maybe a little subscribe. Always appreciate it. See you soon. Bye.